Hello, good people. Welcome back to the Kuhb Games YouTube channel, and welcome back to Meme Deck Monday. So I played against a duelist by the name of cooltrainerric a couple of times on the ladder a few days ago, and they played this awesome normal Fusion Gate deck, and I thought it was really sweet, so I got the list from them. This is not the list that I was passed. I made some changes, added in Thunder Dragons, BLS, because if I'm going to add in the Thunder Dragons, I'm going to add in the BLS too. It just has, good synergy with Dimension Fusion and, BLS. I don't really have to explain that. And I also added in a Snatch Steal to the deck. Everything else, though, I kept basically intact. What we're doing here is we're playing a bunch of normal monsters that have coinciding fusion monsters like Black Skull Dragon, Dark Paladin, Darkblade the Dragon Knight, Gaia the Dragon Champion, King Dragoon, Master of Oz, Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, and we're playing those with a Heart of the Underdog and Lighten the Load package, which I think is so awesome. Sometimes, you can just chain together Heart of the Underdogs and draw a bunch of cards. I did end up cutting the Jar of Greed from the deck, which is unfortunate because Jar of Greed does work with Heart of the Underdog if you activate it in the draw phase. Just kind of trimmed out some stuff, put in the Thunder Dragons because it's Fusion Gate's best friend, and Forbidden Memories is my favorite friend, so we have to have the Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon ability in the deck. And BLS is BLS. So this deck doesn't really like to play against Floodgate cards, Level Limit Area B, Gravity Bind, and such. I think that's pretty obvious why. But I think we can actually overpower some Chaos decks, and that's kind of what I'm hoping to do here. So let's see if we can make that happen. All right, we've got ourselves a match here. Would really like to get paired against some sort of Chaos deck. I think those are the type of decks that this deck is built to beat. But we'll see what Red Hood 922's got for us. This hand's not amazing. Very clearly. I don't really want to set my Dark Hex Sealed Fusion, so I'm just going to activate Heart of the Underdog, set Skill Drain, pass the turn, and hope for a Fusion Gate. Fusion Gate would be pretty nuts. Okay, we lose our Skill Drain, not a big deal. But yeah, Fusion Gate means Black Skull Dragon plus Gaia the Dragon Champion. And honestly, what's cooler in life than summoning both of those monsters? You don't get to see that very often. Yeah, I do believe this is the second time that I've played a Fusion Gate deck on the channel. I think the only other time that I've done that was the more Dark Paladin focused one when I was kind of going through a lot of Dark Magician type decks. Chaos Rider Gustav, is this... Oh, please be the Sam Cox Chaos Greed deck. That's a deck I need to get on the channel at some point as well. I'm a big fan of that deck ever since Petty Bourgeoisie turned me onto that. Okay, setting multiple back row shows me that maybe it's not that deck, though they could be Book of Moons, whatever, but we'll see. Alright, opponent getting in for 2,000. Cool. Alright, what we got? Fusion Gate? Alright, ask and you shall receive, I suppose. How deep do we want to go on this, I guess is the question. I mean, we have to do something, right? So, just play the Fusion Gate. Declare, we'll banish, not summon Skull. Banish Gaia the Fierce Knight, and Curse of Dragon, the actual cards printed on the Fusion monster. Summon Gaia the Dragon Champion. Alright, and I think I'm just going to attack with that. See what traps we can run through here. And if the Gaia the Dragon Champion dies, we can just summon out Black Skull Dragon. Book of Moon, okay. So, I mean, still potentially the Sam Cox deck, right? We'll see. They can't make this thing big enough to attack over this. Do I need to summon out Black Skull Dragon now? I don't think so. I mean, just pass the turn. Even, Bazoo's not going to be able to be big enough. We'll see. I'm really just holding out hope that this is the Chaos Greed deck. Chaos Greed's such a cool card. It's really hard to pull off, but when you do, it goes hard. Also, this deck just does kind of die to Skill Drain. I've played around with it a little bit. Skill Drain is a nightmare and a half. Yeah, activate Gustav, that's fine. Make it a 1700. Not enough cards banished yet for Chaos Greed. I guess I could have, Nobleman of Crossout, something like that as well, but okay. Breaker's fine. We going for the Fusion Gate or the Heart of the Underdog? Probably the fusion gate. No, we're going for the heart. Okay. Happy to hold on to the fusion gate, given that I have a Black Skull Dragon in hand. Chaos Rider Gustav to defense and pass the turn. Sure. Down for that. Lighten the load doesn't do a whole lot. But I can just flip up the Dragon Champion. I think I'm actually going to attack over the Chaos Rider as well. Rather than getting in 1,000 points of damage, I think this card is the most threatening, can do the most here. So just going to get rid of that. I am going to set this Lighten the Load. I'm kind of fine if my opponent just wants to... Well, I guess the MSC's already gone, right? So that's not really doing a whole lot. Never mind. Okay. I mean, that's fine too. I'd rather, I guess, well, no. I guess I wouldn't rather that get hit than a skill drain, because I can just flip up the skill drain and the Nobleman of Extermination doesn't do anything anymore. Okay. Well, certainly wasn't expecting Nobleman of Extermination from the opponent, but we know that's there now, I suppose. What else we got? Breaker to defense, pass the turn. Alright, Dark Blade. Okay, I'm down. I'm just going to summon that. I am, like, being a little bit conservative with these, because, like, I'm ahead on the board. There's no reason to throw out the Black Skull Dragon, because, like, I'm actually kind of just down on cards, right? So I don't think my opponent has a Battle Trap or anything, but we can just kind of hold back on these. And just push with the board advantage that we currently have. Yeah, no Light in the Grave. Pass the turn. Next turn, if my opponent doesn't play anything, I will summon out the Black Skull Dragon, but they set a monster. Okay. Another fusion gate's not ideal. Are we going to ride Gaia the Dragon Champion to a win here? I think we might. No further back row. I think I'm just going to kind of push for game here. Where's the banish? Banish, banish. There we go. Banish and a banish. Go get the Black Skull Dragon. Let's attack with Dark Blade. Hopefully it's not a spy. Be Big Sag if it's a spy. It is a Lady Assailant of Flames. Okay. Banish your top 3, please. I'd like to see what they are. Nobleman of Extermination. Okay. I mostly just want the information here. Another Lady Assailant of Flames and an Exiled Force. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to kill you with my dragons now. Thank you. Return from the different dimension. Okay, well, that's going to keep you alive, I guess. Sure. And I'm actually going to... Well, am I going to attack into them? I kind of don't want them to get this Exiled Force back. Yeah, and they've already got enough cards. Well, they can't activate Chaos Greed anyway, right? They've got a graveyard full of cards. So maybe I just attack over the Lady Assailant of Flames and let the Exiled Force go? That sounds good to me. Put that in the graveyard, because I really want to put more cards in the graveyard, though I guess this definitely isn't a Chaos Greed deck, because they're playing traps, and like they don't really have a good way to get those out of the graveyard. So, cool. Get rid of your Exiled Force, please. And, like, at this point, if they play Dimension Fusion... No, that gets banished. At this point, if they play Dimension Fusion, I just get back Summon Skull and Gaia the Fierce Knight. And they get back, like, 1 Exiled Force. This is an MST face down. Soul Release? Okay, that's fine. Maybe this is still a Chaos Greed deck. I'm just holding out hope. It's so cool. I think the deck is awesome. But this doesn't even clear their graveyard. Leave 1 card in there. Whatever the opponent's up to, it's sweet. Yeah, another Soul Release. Okay. Alright, that will clear the graveyards, except for Soul Release itself. So they got to find a way to get that out of there. So, like, Chaos Rider Gustav. Ooh, actually, a Grand Maju's going to go hard. Yep, there it is. Uh-oh. I'm not going to be able to beat that. That's a 4,800, right? Yeah, that's a 4,800. I need a skill drain, like, right now. Skill drain does it. VLS doesn't do it because I don't have a light in the graveyard. I don't have a light anywhere. Okay. Summon Skull doesn't do it for sure. Okay. Really need a skill drain here, but now we kind of know what the opponent's doing. With the soul releases and the lady assailants, maybe they are on Chaos Greed, or they may just be a Grand Maju deck. That also makes sense. Okay, Bazoo. Yeah, they're going to clear both of my monsters. So now even a skill drain's probably not going to do it, unfortunately. But this is pretty sweet either way. Get to see some cool things happening. Alright, Red Eyes Black Dragon. We can make another Black Skull Dragon. Which I guess we're going to do, right? Attack over this Bazoo. Okay. At least get our opponent in range of, I don't know, something. We can still draw a skill drain, which would stop this thing. But I guess, have we seen Ring? We haven't seen Ring yet, right? We have not. Okay, Ring would at least draw the game. So our outs are 2 of skill drain and a 1 of Ring. I think that's it, because BLS isn't going to do it. We're not going to get to activate Dimension Fusion, because this thing's going to grow. It's at 52 right now, so yes, we're going to take 2,000. Chaos Rider. Alright, well, we're dead to that. That's fine. Okay, Grand Maju deck. Interesting. I think we want the Scapegoat package here. We probably want Mirror Force and Sakuretsu's. That's probably it. Skill Drain seems excellent. So let's trim a Lighten the Load. Dimension Fusion seems awful. So let's just get those out of the deck for sure. I'm a fan of trimming a Red Eyes. I don't really want to cut any of my engine. I guess we could cut the other Lighten the Load. I mean, honestly, the Ragnarok can be cut as well. This seems fine. All right, so we probably need to try to kill the opponent very quickly. So maybe the words are hard. Maybe not holding back so much. But summon out the Dark Blade, activate this, set skill drain, and I'm just going to go ahead and set the Scapegoat. If the opponent heavy storms, they're likely to heavy storm both of those anyway, and I can just activate the Scapegoat, so it's fine. A lot of times with decks with like skill drain and Heart of the Underdog and a field spell that you want to protect, you just kind of have to not play scared of heavy storm. Opponent MST is the Heart of the Underdog, which is unfortunate because we were going to draw a Dark Blade, but we'll still summon this Dark Blade. We're going to flip skill drain, and we're going to get on in there. I mostly just want to get the opponent dead. Oh, God. Yeah. Okay. Pass the turn. Mostly just want to get the opponent dead before they can Grand Maju us to death. I might be summoning Big Koala. Like, actually just tributing for Big Koala to get over this thing. Alright, let's activate Heart of the Underdog. And get rid of these. Summon the Big Bear. I'm going to attack over the face down, in case they draw into an answer for skill drain. Okay, just another Banisher. That's totally fine. Alright, pass the turn. Unfortunately, we don't have a light in the graveyard, but hopefully, you know, we can chain together some draws off of this Heart of the Underdog. Opponent sets another monster. Cool. Snatch Steal. Well, that's not really the monster that I want to Snatch Steal, right? So let's attack over this face down. Yeah, Bazoo, get that out of here. Pass the turn. So the cool thing about skill drain in this deck is like your opponent can't activate Bazoo or Chaos Rider, so it's really hard for them to get stuff. Do I want to activate this? I don't think I actually do, right? That's kind of weird. Yeah. I'm just going to let it go. I don't really want to lock my field when I don't have to. Because if I draw any other monster, I really want to put it on the board at this point. Mirror Force, okay. Lady Assailant, get out of here. Ah, the opponent has finally found a back row. Alright, normal monster? Yeah, let's go. Alright, reveal Dark Blade. Draw a card. Okay, no other normal monster, but this is fine. I am going to summon the Dark Blade. If our opponent has Torrential, they have Torrential. You know, whatever. If they drew Mirror Force, you know, be my guest on the Mirror Force too. I just need to get the opponent dead here. Get in there with Dark Blade. And now, like, I can super afford to play around Heavy Storm. So, like, I don't need to set any of these traps. It's going to be hard for my opponent to get over Dark Blade and Big Koala, to be honest. So, there's no reason to play a bunch to, like, protect them when, you know, it's not doing anything. Soul Release is fine, especially if they're going after my graveyard. I guess Snatch Steel's really good. Oh, I guess Snatch Steel was also an out to Gren Maju in Game 1. I didn't count that in my cards that could have taken care of it, but... Did my opponent... No. Yeah, that's right. The Scapegoat was already gone. I was like, did they get rid of 6 cards with that Soul Release? Oh, we're just passing the turn. Okay. Alright, well, Fusion Gate doesn't do anything for me. So, get in there with Dark Blade. Maybe I'm actually supposed to take out the BLS. My opponent's definitely playing 3 copies of Soul Release, so I could actually see that. And they are aggressively actually going after my graveyard. Okay. So maybe I am supposed to side out the BLS. We'll see about that when we make it to Game 3. I do think we are set up to win this game. We didn't really see anything else. Like, they're not going to be playing a lot of traps. They may be playing, like, just returns, to be honest. Soul Release? Okay. One of those is, like, that Soul Release is going to have to go back to the graveyard. Unless they're just going to leave one in there. That's probably what they're doing. They just went ahead. Yeah. They just went ahead and banished it to save time. That makes sense. Okay. All of that and a pass. So I assume that means they have a return here. Alright. Let's just attack with the Koala. Yep. They do have a return. That's fine. I'll probably attack into whatever they put on the board. Just to put stuff back in their graveyard. You gotta summon this too. You have to summon as many as possible. So, I'm just gonna attack over the Banishers, I guess? No. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack over... Well, I can only attack over 1 Banisher, so... That's fine. Get rid of that, and then this will attack over... Bazoo. Put that in the grave. And then... the others will be banished. Get him out of here. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent's at 850. I would love to take a game down with this deck. Let's see, this has already been a long match. Whoa. I didn't even realize that. Actually having some fun here. Gonna be cutting the videos down a little bit. Not pressuring to get, 2 or 3 matches each time. Yeah, Ring of Destruction is totally fine. We'll go to Game 3. You'll love to see it. Yeah, I don't think I really want to make any more changes. I think I'm fine. Sakuretsu Armor still makes sense to me. The Mirror Force makes sense. The Scapegoats with the meta still makes sense. So, yeah, Skill Drains make sense. All of this is totally fine. MST, I could cut an MST, but like for a Lighten the Load or something like that? No, I don't think I will. I'll leave an MST. It's still good against Snatch Steal, and the opponent's still going to be setting like returns and stuff. Maybe I can pick one off at an inopportune time for the opponent. All right, Pot of Greed's pretty good for them. Into Duo. Yep, you got it. Welcome to Meme Deck Monday. It didn't happen to us in Game 1, which is when it usually does. That's unfortunate. Do I get rid of my Divine Dragon? It's like the only thing that I have to attack with. I think I kind of need it with the ring, right? Let's get rid of Sakuretsu. That might be wrong, but I'm thinking just, like, get aggressive here. MST. Okay. Well, they're not going to be playing Jar of Greed or anything, so I think this MST is just kind of free to roll off here, which I'm going to. Because if that's an MST, I want that gone, so I can't attack my Skill Drain. Book of Moon, also fine. I'm going to summon Divine Dragon, but I'm not going to attack just in case that is a Magician of Faith, because that deck sometimes does play all 3. Or this style of deck sometimes does play all 3. Could just be a Lady Assailant of Flames or whatever, but I'll probably... Man. Alright. They hit the wrong one. They were supposed to hit Skill Drain. Okay, well, I'll activate Skill Drain in response to that one. So we'll blank that Nobleman. I don't think a Skill Drain and a Divine Dragon Ragnarok are going to be good enough to get us across the finish line, but, you know, here's to hoping, I suppose. Okay, so we draw Heart of the Underdog. Opponent just set a monster on their turn. In case that gets cut out. Opponent was asking about Skill Drain being destroyed. It is not. I will attack one of these monsters. Banisher, okay. The other one may be a Banisher too, but we'll see. I'll play Heart of the Underdog, pass the turn. If we can rip off some normal monsters in a row. Yeah, they drew MST for the Skill Drain, which is kind of sad, but, you know. Double Nobleman of Extermination, MST. Duo Pot of Greed, pretty good, pretty good. I'm not so sure. Okay. All right, so no play. Come on, normal monster. Graceful Charity. I don't think I want to just rip that off. No, I think I'm going to save it. Get some more cards going, because, like, this is definitely more of a combo-y oriented thing here, so I need like A plus B. Actually, a lot of times I need A plus B plus C. So just activating Graceful Charity for like one card isn't going to make a huge difference here. Because like the one card that I could draw that would be the best would be a Dark Blade, and that's not going to do me anything. Normal? Well, sure. That works too, right? Alright, so now we'll Pot of Greed. There's the Dark Blade and a Thunder Dragon. Okay. Pot of Greed gets out of here. Thunder Dragon doesn't say to graveyard. Okay, yeah. All right. Wanted to look up the ruling just to be sure in case something was different. But I can activate Thunder Dragon because it doesn't say discard to the graveyard. All right, so we'll get our Thunder Dragons. And then I'm going to activate Graceful Charity. Fusion Gate, Curse of Dragon. Well, we can go into Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. So we just get rid of Curse of Dragon and Dark Blade. I hate to give up the Dark Blade, but it does make sense. Yeah, we'll give up the Dark Blade. Activate Fusion Gate. Banish. Banish. Go get the old Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. Alright, and this is going to attack over Banisher. And then Divine Dragon will attack over this face down. And then we can set the Sakuretsu, so if they want to try to crash DD Warrior Lady, they can't. Okay, that's fine. Banisher actually sees itself go to the graveyard, which is kind of weird, but it does. All right, Grin Maju gone, Book of Moon, and Nobleman of Extermination. Sure. Well, I guess I'm glad that's gone. So, like, the only card that my opponent's going to have is Heavy Storm here to deal with the back row, I would imagine. Because, yeah, all three Noblemans are gone. MST is gone. Okay. We could have a good finish here. Would love to draw into some more normal monsters to use this Heart of the Underdog to gain some card advantage back. Let's see what the opponent wants to do with this DD Warrior Lady. I really, really hope they attack. Good. Very nice. All right, Sakuretsu armor that. And they just set this turn, so they can't use it. In response, I guess if they have a Book of Moon in hand, they can flip it down. Nope. Just onto the graveyard we go. Return's not looking that bad for us right now, honestly. Metamorphosis. Is Last Warrior just good here? Yeah, maybe. I guess they've got like 2 more copies of Book of Moon in their deck. I guess 1 more copy, right? But they're at 2,700. So Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon kills on the next turn. Man, I want a Last Warrior so bad, but I don't think it's right. There's no way that's right? Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon is just lethal? No, I'm just gonna pass. That's so sad. If the opponent was like 2,300 or below, I'd probably go for it. Soul Release, okay. Yeah, Maybe I was supposed to anyway, because like if the opponent has exactly Soul Release, Grand Maju, or whatever. But yeah, I think they do. Man, maybe it was worth it. Well, maybe they don't have Grand Maju. We'll see. Activating Return here would be very risky for them. They'd go to 1350. They could crash into this and go to 50. Okay. Yeah, they're viewing their banish pile. Hopefully there's... I would imagine if they had Grand Maju, they would have just slammed it, right? Because it's a 3600. It would easily just attack over the Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. They may be seeing what they could return for on this turn. Yeah, they would have to... Unless they have double return, they would have to return defensively. Though I guess what I'm going to do... I don't know. We could play around double return by going for... Oh, yeah, because they would go down to 1350 anyway. Yeah, so if they play return, I'm definitely going to meta off the Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon for Last Warrior at that point, because Last Warrior would be lethal, and that plays around second return, plays around them drawing into a Grand Maju, something like that. Okay. Opponent just passes the turn. We draw Skill Drain, which is also pretty good. All right, let's attack with Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. Yep, there's the return. That's fine. You're going to summon those and attack? Okay. That makes more sense. I guess I do want to send some of these to the graveyard, right? Okay. Opponent goes down to 1350. Yeah, I definitely want to send some of these to the graveyard, so, well. Let's attack over Banisher. I may have put the one Banisher in my opponent's graveyard in game 1 or something and forgot about how that works. But Banisher does see itself leave the battlefield. So I don't think that mattered at all, because we got just trashed game 1, so yeah. So main phase 2, this could be risky, but I think this is the play. Activate Metamorphosis. Go get, where is he? The Last Warrior from Another Planet. Send this onto the graveyard. Set Skill Drain. And we'll go to end phase. Banish both of these, please. And, I mean, my opponent's got like one Book of Moon left in the deck, assuming they're playing all 3. They can't return. They can't summon a Grand Maju. Even if they do find a way, I have a Skill Drain to take care of it. They would need like Book of Moon, summon Grand Maju, and then they attack into Last Warrior. I just flip Skill Drain and they die. That would be a pretty cool end here. All right, we got it. That was a really, really fun one. The opponent's deck is sick. Had a lot of fun. Got to summon a good amount of the fusions. Pretty happy with this one. So this was a long match though. So that's where we're gonna call it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll be back with the next one.